What's up, everybody? I hope you're all having an amazing day today. I'm going to be just giving you guys a short and quick tutorial on how to play Sage. Before you even think about any agent's abilities, whenever you lock in, you should really be thinking about the role you play for your team. Whether that's a duelist or you're playing for info or you're playing a defensive agent, that's kind of your primary focus every time you lock in. As for Sage, you're going to be looking at playing a defensive role and you're a healer, of course. So this means you want to kind of stay further back behind your team, and your goal is to pretty much keep them alive. You want to use your heal as much as you can. A really important part to being a good healer is playing for trades off your teammates and avoid taking damage yourself. Every time you use that heal on yourself, it puts it on cooldown and it makes it to where you can't heal your teammates. So you want to really just play off your teammates and heal them as much as you can. On offense, your main goals are to heal your teammates pushing onto the site and then planting in a smart area. And then on defense, your main goal is just to lock down part of the map with your wall and use your slows to follow up. Overall, though, Sage is a super beginner-friendly agent that fits into pretty much any team lineup. You can really play her in any lineup at all, and her abilities are super straightforward and easy to use. So overall, super beginner-friendly and easy to use agent. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of cut into this live demonstration of some abilities that Sage has. So my controls are a little bit different at the bottom. You can see I use C, mouse 3, mouse 5, and F. A little bit weird controls, but they're going to be in the same order. They just might be different buttons for you. We're going to start off talking about Sage's wall. So Sage's wall is really easy to use. When you first bring out her wall, it's going to be sideways like this. Your goal is to pretty much place it in front of a part of the map that you want to lock down. So let's say you want to just cover this doorway, just place it right in front of the doorway, and that's the easiest way to use Sage's wall. You can see it takes quite a few bullets to take down. Sorry, that's really loud. It takes quite a few bullets, and it also takes quite a few melees as well. So Sage's wall is really good for locking down part of the map, and then on top of that, if part of the wall gets broken, your whole point of your slows is kind of follow up. So people break the wall, and then now they're slowed too because you threw this slow orb. It bounces off walls, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot of tricky things you can do to kind of, angle it a little bit. And it's a pretty big area, so it's really useful. Talking more about her wall, there's two main ways to use her wall, and it's placing it sideways like this, like we did before, and also placing it straight forward. So we placed it sideways right here, but if you click the wall button again, for me it's C, but for you it'll be whatever button it is that you first used to bring out the wall. So if you click that button again, it'll turn it straight forward. Having it straight forward is really good in a lot of situations. Let's say I want to block this wall right here. I don't want to have to come swing wide to block it like this because they can see me from there. So having to be able to turn it this way and just being able to wall from right here is great. Also, if you kind of see when I place a wall here, see how it's kind of broken in the beginning? The wall breaks faster when it's broken, and you can see it harden. Now it takes a lot more shots to break. But yeah, so the main ways to use Sage's wall, though, is place it straight sideways like this or place it straight forward. The good thing about placing it straight forward as well is that you can wall yourself up on top of something. So let's say I wanna be able to watch this doorway. Maybe I wall it like this, and you can see how I can sit on top of it because I just walled myself up. There's a lot of cool plays you can do with Sage's wall like this. The last thing I want to talk about with Sage's wall, we talked about you can place it sideways and you can place it straight forward. The last thing is you can place it at an angle. So if you have Sage's wall out, and it doesn't matter if it's sideways or the long way, if you hold right click and move your mouse, it spins it, so you can be more accurate. It takes a lot of practice to be accurate and be able to just snap to where you want it like this, because it's a little bit kind of weird how it feels to change it, but definitely still useful for sure. It just takes some good practice. I'd say if you're a newer player and you're just starting to learn Sage, which is probably why you're watching this video, you probably just start with these two and maybe mess around with these when you can, and kind of when you need to, if there's a situation that calls for it. But definitely still useful. Same thing though, you just click and places it, and that's all there is to it. You can feel free to throw your slows off of it, and not miss the bottom of that like I did. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. Alright, we're just going to do a quick demonstration of her last two abilities, the heal and the revive. Her heal, pretty straightforward. You just bring out your heal and you left click a teammate. And then when you're hurt, you just bring out your heal and you can right click yourself. Keep in mind you can see teammates' health through walls, so it's a good way to keep an eye on your teammates and make sure they're all healthy and good to go. Her last ability, her revive, it's her ultimate. Really straightforward. It pairs up well with her wall, as you can see here. You can protect your teammate, you revive your teammate. It takes just a couple seconds before they're ready to go, and that's really all there is to it. You bring out the hands for the heal, and you left click them, and they're good to go. But yeah, really straightforward abilities for Sage. She's super easy to play and super beginner friendly. Alright, so that pretty much marks the end of this tutorial for Sage. So for those of you just here to watch the tutorial for Sage, you feel free to click off now. I think the rest of this video is, I just want to go over some things about my channel. I've never really made something like this before. I've made one tutorial in my mom's basement, and I was whispering the whole time like this, trying not to be heard, because I felt really awkward recording it. But I have my own place. Like I want to do more stuff like this. My goal, I want to make a tutorial for each agent and each map. I want to start posting ranked highlights or just full ranked videos, and maybe even get into, if I get even better at the game, then maybe get into some ranked analysis, whether it's my own games or viewers or whatever it may be. But yeah, I would love some constructive criticism, whether it's a comment or a DM. Anything really helps. I've never made something like this, but I want to make a lot more. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys today. I mean, I could beg for likes, and actually I will. I will. Please like the video, helps a lot. Subscribe. I think we're at 73 at the moment, so we're almost at 100, baby. Let's keep this ball rolling. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day.